Okay, let's try and get a winning run together. I feel I could do it. Burgsvik. So I'm 2059 now. Let's play the Smith-Morra gambit. Ah! That's a bit casual. Getting a big centre here, surely. I think I've had this before. I think this can be very pleasant for white. Chasing the knight and then bishop f4. Getting more development time. Aha. So how about c3 here? Or even just knight d2? I don't think there's any problem with knight d2. If d6, you know, maybe I can just take and then c3 to be able to play knight c4. Or maybe knight f3. Knight f3. Yeah, I think knight f3 is interesting as well. Okay, I can take. So I think black is underdeveloped, I hope. So c3 now, and I can use this knight to come to c4. Don't mind about losing f5. Little detail, I can play for e5 now. Mind you, he could play f takes e4, and he hasn't. So e5, and this is looking as though it could be a right crush with e6, and this diagonal, and this knight and bishop, beautiful coordination. I guess he's got b5, but then, you know, maybe ed, ed. Right, okay, he has played that. Ed, ed. Then what? Right, what about e6? bc, queen h5. I mean, that looks pretty dangerous, as dangerous goes. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that, e6. Trying to exploit this king in the centre. So with the idea of queen h5 next. He's letting me play queen h5. Now how about queen f7? Queen f7. Evading with the queen. Right. Okay, there's knight takes d6 here with that pin on the e-pawn, or bishop takes d6. Which is better? Bishop takes d6 is pretty tasty, is the word, I think. Bishop takes d6, but knight d6, I don't know, threatens queen e8, mate. Maybe that's even tastier, because that threat of queen e8. No, the knight's on it. Nope. Alright. Knight takes d6, or bishop takes d6, or something else. Well, at least knight d6 pins virtually that knight from moving, otherwise there's queen e8. And also I might be threatening something else. It just looks too good. I think I'm going to play it. Maybe I can castle queenside and try and open this centre more. So castles and rook d5, and knight. If knight takes, then queen e8. So this is looking like a crush is likely. Demolition job. Starting from a very casual move because the opponent didn't know I played d4. If we go earlier, if we look at the move score earlier, anyway. So if I castle now, queenside, or is there anything more incisive? I think I'll castle. In fact, could I try and play a beautiful game here with bishop takes b5 threatening queen e8, knight takes, and then knight f7 mate? I have to play bishop takes b5. It has to be played. It's a beautiful queen sack mate coming up then. So if he doesn't spot that, so bishop d7, I guess. If bishop d7, yeah, it's a spoiler. Right. So it seems as though queen e8 still does the job here. If rook takes, then there's knight f7 smothered mate. If there's knight takes, then knight f7 smothered mate. So do you guys see anything wrong with queen e8? Looks good to me. I guess there's also technically queen g8 same thing. So if rook takes knight f7, if knight takes knight f7. But anyway, so yeah, queen e8 looks pretty strong here. I'm going to play it. That's mate. Thankfully, it was a bit of a delay there. Well, it was this before it was saying checkmate. I thought, oh no, it's not checkmate. No, but it is. So let's have a look at that disaster. So the opponent played the casual knight c6. So this is good in Blitz, this Smith-Morra if they're going to play like this. You can just chase that knight. So it's sort of Alekine defence, but the wrong way round, with the knight coming out over the king side. And another gain in development. This was a bit pointless as well, because I want to play like knight c4. That's kind of a useful move. So if I'm going to just play c3, heading for knight c4. And that's another nice little target for e5 here. So just the critical decision here is not to move the knight. And even not to take on d6. I think maybe this was better. I suppose if you guys do computer analysis to tell me, I think e6 is a nice move. Keeping the king in the centre, I think it's kind of dangerous. Because I suppose if takes, this diagonal as well as bishop b5 check would be dangerous. And then castle's queenside, it looks like black's going to be slaughtered. So thankfully there was this very nice knight takes d6 now. And one of my more beautiful finishes with queen e8, with the smothered mate of the knight. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave any comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.